Once upon a time, in a world where music could change lives, there lived two extraordinary singers named Lyra Vega and Kai Sterling. Lyra was a fiery, independent young woman with a voice that could melt hearts and ignite souls. She came from a struggling background where music was her only escape from the hardships of life. Her raw talent and emotional depth were born from the pain and struggles she had endured. Every note she sang carried the weight of her past and the hope for her future. Kai, on the other hand, was a polished, classically trained vocalist who came from a prestigious musical dynasty. His family name was synonymous with musical excellence, and the burden of upholding that legacy weighed heavily on his shoulders. His voice was technically perfect, honed by years of rigorous training and expectations. Their paths crossed at the Harmony's Edge Academy, a cutthroat music school that hosted the most prestigious singing competition in the country. The winner of this competition would be granted a life-changing solo career, a dream that both Lyra and Kai desperately wanted to achieve. From the moment they met, sparks flew, but not the romantic kind. Lyra saw Kai as an entitled rich kid who had everything handed to him on a silver platter. Kai viewed Lyra as a reckless upstart who lacked discipline and respect for musical tradition. Their contrasting styles, Lyra's soulful improvisation versus Kai's technical precision, only fueled their rivalry. But fate had other plans for these two talented singers. As part of the competition, they were forced to collaborate on a duet. At first, they clashed spectacularly, each trying to outdo the other. However, as they spent more time together, working late into the night, something began to change. One evening, during a particularly frustrating rehearsal, Lyra stormed out of the practice room. Kai, feeling guilty, followed her to apologize. He found her in an empty auditorium, softly singing a hauntingly beautiful melody. Without thinking, he joined in, his voice blending perfectly with hers. In that moment, something magical happened. Their voices, so different yet so complementary, created a harmony that sent shivers down both their spines. From that night on, their relationship began to change. They started to see beyond their initial judgments and recognize the talent and passion they both shared. Late-night practice sessions turned into heartfelt conversations, and soon a secret romance blossomed. Together, they began to write a song called Revelation of Hope. It was a beautiful blend of their unique styles, a perfect metaphor for their growing relationship. The lyrics spoke of overcoming obstacles, finding strength in vulnerability, and the power of unity. As they worked on the song, they found themselves opening up to each other about their pasts. Lyra shared the pain of being rejected by her family for pursuing music instead of a stable career. Kai confessed his fear of failure and the crushing weight of his family's expectations. Through their music and their growing love, they began to heal these old wounds. However, their budding romance was not without its challenges. As the competition progressed, the pressure intensified. They knew that eventually they would have to compete against each other for the solo career they both dreamed of. The choice between ambition and love loomed over them like a dark cloud. The situation became even more complicated when Kai's mother, a formidable figure in the music industry, discovered their relationship. Fearing that Lyra would distract Kai from his goal, she used her influence to sabotage Lyra's chances in the competition. When Kai found out, he was torn between his loyalty to his family and his feelings for Lyra. Feeling betrayed and heartbroken, Lyra considered quitting the competition and the academy altogether. She retreated to her dorm room, refusing to see or speak to anyone. It was during this dark moment that an unexpected ally emerged, their tech-savvy roommate, who had secretly recorded one of Lyra and Kai's late-night jam sessions. Without their knowledge, the roommate leaked the recording online. Within hours, it went viral, captivating listeners with its raw emotion and beautiful harmony. Fans began clamoring for more from the mysterious duo. Meanwhile, Kai was struggling with his own internal conflict. He knew he had to make things right with Lyra, but he wasn't sure how. It was then that he encountered a retired jazz singer who had been quietly observing the young talents at the academy. The old musician shared words of wisdom, encouraging Kai to embrace authenticity over perfection and to follow his heart. Inspired by the mentor's words and driven by his feelings for Lyra, Kai made a bold decision. On the night of the final round of the competition, instead of performing his prepared solo, he called Lyra to the stage. In front of a shocked audience and panel of judges, they performed Revelation of Hope together. Their performance was electrifying. The audience was moved to tears by the raw emotion and perfect harmony of their voices. As they sang, Lyra and Kai realized that what they had created together was far more valuable than any solo career. The act of defiance against the competition's rules, combined with the viral popularity of their leaked duet, sparked a movement among music fans. People were inspired by the story of two rivals turning their competition into collaboration, of choosing love and artistry over individual ambition. In a surprising twist, it was revealed that Lyra's late mother had once mentored Kai's father, connecting their families' legacies in ways they had never known. This hidden connection seemed to confirm that their meeting and partnership were meant to be. Although they forfeited the competition prize, Lyra and Kai gained something far more valuable. They launched a grassroots duo, touring to empower marginalized communities through music. Their love story transcended romance, becoming a beacon of hope for their fans. The story of Lyra and Kai, the Revelation of Hope singers, didn't end there. It continued to inspire and touch lives around the world. Their final performance in our tale takes place at a global charity concert, where their music bridges divides and brings people together, proving that love and art can indeed coexist to change the world. And so, as we close this chapter of their story, we see Lyra and Kai on stage, their voices blending in perfect harmony, their eyes shining with love and purpose. They sing of hope, of unity, of the power of music to heal and transform. And as their voices soar, we are reminded that sometimes the most beautiful melodies are born from the most unexpected partnerships. With that, dear listeners, it's time for us to bid good night to Lyra and Kai. May their story inspire your dreams, and may their song of hope play in your hearts as you drift off to sleep. Sweet dreams, and remember, in the symphony of life, there's always room for a beautiful duet.